Hello, hello, hey, all my growth gangsters. I am Teanna Campbell, a manifestation, mindset, and magic mentor. And welcome to the PodTube or Ucast, whatever. Either way, you can push play and soak in the knowledge while you enjoy this you time, because you don't have to worry about watching my face or watching what's going on in this video. Any beezies that want specific one-on-one guidance or attention or support with their manifestation powers or mindset, all of that info is down below in the description box. While you're there, you can click the link to join our free Manifestation Lounge Facebook group, and you can hook yourself up with the entire free library. There's hypnosis audios in there. There's a meditation challenge in there. It's kind of fucking bomb. But wait until the end of this video to do that, because there's going to be my number one visualization tip at the end of this video. Your reality is created based on what your subconscious mind, or God self, it's really the same thing, believes to be true. It decides what is true with the images, the emotions, and vibrations that it is given, that you give it. Usually when we are giving this information, we're doing it by default. We are putting images of what we actually see or what we perceive in our 3D world. And then we're feeling emotions about what we see or about the lack of what we see. Our physical world is simply evidence of what we have assumed to be true. Because we operate from human constraints like time, hard work, touch, and feeling, we automatically assume that the things we see or the things that are around us that feel real are real. And then we continue to create evidence and circumstances to support their realness. We see a lack of money, lack of a nicer house, lack of a new car, lack of happiness or joy, lack of a partner in life. And in just a split second, we tell ourselves that these things don't exist for us. In that split second, we have already created an image, and we have provided feelings and vibrations of lack. We take cues from our physical circumstances, and we decide what is true and what is absent based on our physical surroundings. And then we manifest more of that into our physical reality. We are constantly looking around. We are constantly reacting, constantly feeling, and constantly creating based on what was previously created, bringing forth more and more of the same. When what we currently feel that we have, or when what we currently feel that we experience isn't what the fuck we want, that creates a problem, because we are just creating more and more of the same shit that we don't even want in the first place. When you use your ability to visualize, you are creating on purpose instead of by default. By deciding to give your attention to new manifestations instead of to previous evidence, you give yourself the space to create something entirely new, something that you actually desire. Something really important to remember is that you are the writer. You are the director, the producer, and the actor of your life. You play all of those roles, not just the actor. When we are so involved in what feels real, when we are so involved in reacting to circumstances, we're just acting. We're removing our awareness from our ability to create something entirely new, and we're acting kind of like improv, where you just go off of what is around you instead of creating something new. Going into a visualization exercise with no clear outcome is just acting. Get clear on what you want. Assume the writer role first. What does having your manifestation look like? What does it really look like for you? What are you surrounded by? Be specific. What scene are you going to be playing over and over to perfection? I really recommend choosing something short or shorter, 5 to maybe 10 seconds, but really perfecting that 5 to 10 seconds. How can you make it enjoyable and fun, right? When we feel joy, when we feel at ease, when we feel pleasure, we really speed up our process of manifestation. So when you're doing these practices or techniques, the more you can bring joy and fun and fulfillment and ease into it, the better you feel and the easier it becomes. So get into the specifics. The physical shit around you, right? What are you touching in your scene? How does it feel? What colors are around you? What furniture, what people, what parts of nature, what buildings, what vehicle? What are the colors, the sounds? How does this scene start? How does it end? Decide ahead of time what you are going to visualize. Decide what scene really accomplishes the fact that you already have it, that you are already enjoying it, that you are already living as the person who has it. I really suggest not visualizing yourself receiving your manifestation, right? Because you want to be in the end, and the end isn't the receiving, the end is the enjoying. Again, bringing in those emotions of fun and happy and fulfilled and joy. So set your scene as already having the manifestation, but be really specific on what it looks like in your life to already have it. What has changed? Have the people around you changed? Has the environment around you changed? What has changed? And really see and feel and hear and smell what that's like. Use your producer abilities and produce yourself enjoying this play that you've written. How does it feel to have it? How does it really feel to enjoy it in your life? right? Don't just stop at the joy. I mean, if joy is how you would feel, that's great, but really get into it. Do you feel accomplished? Do you feel validated? Do you feel safe? Do you feel secure? Do you feel abundant? Do you feel like now everything has come together? What are your real feelings with having this? Feeling is the secret. The more and more you feel those feelings, those real true feelings, those feelings that you dig in and you pull out of how it would really feel to have this thing, the more and more real it becomes for you. So then you direct your scene. You direct it over and over and over. You see it happening from your eyes. You feel it around your body. You enjoy the emotions of completion, creation, possession, whatever it is to you. And you keep directing it so that it gets better and better every fucking time. You direct it so that it feels stronger and stronger every time. You direct your attention back to this scene, bringing your mind back anytime that it wanders. And you do it over and over and over. You let it feel real. You let the emotions and the vibrations become real. So obviously, manifestation can be and really is instant and easy and automatic, right? You're always fucking manifesting something without putting any kind of thought or effort behind it. Honestly, it's instant. It's happening every moment of every day that you experience. We do that shit every day. If it takes you more time to manifest this specific thing, that's okay, right? Just because you hear that manifestation is instant and automatic, allow yourself the space to be okay if it takes you a little more time. Deliberate manifestation, right? Not just manifestation by default that we've all been doing our entire lives, but deliberate manifestation, that conscious awareness of manifesting what you desire, is a skill. It's a skill that you can hone and perfect. So if it takes you a few days or a few weeks to perfect this one, keep at it. Keep directing, producing, and acting. Keep making it real every day. Keep knowing that it's yours. Keep coming back to this scene, especially right when you wake up in the morning or right before you go to bed at night. Take breaks during your day, right? When you start getting caught up in the reality around you, take a fucking break and simply return to this scene. Keep knowing that this manifestation is yours, that you fucking have it. It's already yours. That's why you can see it, right? It is already yours. Keep knowing that you are creating and that it exists and that you fucking love it. Don't turn this into a chore though. If it feels bogged down or like an obligation, or you go to visualize and you're like, Jesus Christ, not this again. I don't want to do this. Write a scene that's more fun. Maybe write a scene that's bigger where you receive even more than you did in your original scene. Write a scene that involves people that you love, right? Do something that brings you joy. Hype it up. The more enjoyable and carefree you feel, the easier this entire process is. One of my favorite manifestation hacks is to choose a word that consolidates the image, the feelings, the emotions, and the vibrations into one. Safety, security, abundant, free, happy, joyous, fulfilled, validated, whatever word feels appropriate to you when you are visualizing this scene. And then you use that word in the scene. So when I visualize, right, and when you visualize, your subconscious mind already knows the very specific meaning of that word. Our words are incredibly powerful, but what is even more powerful is the image that our mind associates with each word. This awareness can come with time, right? Of being mindful, of really watching your thoughts, and of paying attention to the images that flow through your mind. One person's image when they think of joy is different than another person's image when they think of joy. And for some people, depending on what they've experienced throughout their physical 3D life so far, maybe the word joy actually sends an instant picture of lack of joy, right? Maybe the word abundant sends an instant image of zero abundance, dry like a fucking wasteland, to their subconscious mind. But they aren't aware of it because the word abundance itself is really a positive word, right? But if your mind doesn't have a positive image to back that word, it's going to create off of the image, which is why it's really important to do this kind of setup work when you are setting affirmations. So, if you pick a word that you want to use in your scene, and you have this really powerful image, this image that is fueled by feelings and emotions and specifics and vibrations, all of this compacted into one word. And then any time that any contradictory circumstance pops up, you can affirm your word and bring all of this really powerful stuff up into your surface. You can bring everything from your scene into the right now, which creates the space to detach from your circumstances and choose your truth. If this episode was helpful to you, and I really believe it should be, like this video and subscribe so that more growth gangsters can find us. I obviously really appreciate the support. And feel free to post any questions or comments that you have about anything related to money, manifestation, mindset, magic down in the comments, because I will create all new episodes based completely around what it is that you want to know. Namaste, BZs.